Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're once again rocking with your Astro Guru, your one and only host. Once again watching Astroteric TV. Today is, I believe it's the 24th. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's July 24th. But I could be wrong. But, however, it's been a minute since I, shot a podcast. It's been a little slight second since I had a topic or really had the energy. I've always got the energy. Let me ground myself. I always have the energy to do a podcast. However, sometimes I get caught in the rapture or life takes me other places. I gotta actually live life to be able to have something to bring to y'all. So, with that being said, just been handling my business. Once again, when I say handling my business, astrotericapparel.bigcartel.com. That's the business I've been handling. Making these clothes, promoting this knowledge, enduring in the people, interacting, out and about. And it's been wonderful because I've definitely been using my golden key. And when I say the golden key, I mean silence is golden and isolation is key. So, when you put yourself into a silent isolation, some people isolate themselves and still be talking. You in the house by yourself, isolated, but you still calling people on the phone and shit. The hell is wrong with you? Silent isolation. You gotta sit with your own thoughts. A lot of people can't do that. Being that I can, and I love to, I do. It's also because I'm addicted to growth. So, that's where growth is found at. And anytime you isolate it, spirit gonna tell you to go interact with the people. Anytime you've been interacting with the people too long, spirit gonna tell you sit your ass down and isolate. So, as I ride the roller coaster on both sides of the spectrum, sometimes you see me, sometimes you don't. But today, I allowed myself to be seen. So, once again, back to the golden key. Now, the golden key, silent isolation. Silence is golden, isolation is key. We like to break it all down so we can put it all back together. But when it comes to the golden key, how you use your golden key is anytime there's a situation that causes you confusion, it may not be causing you confusion because you, A, don't know what to do, or B, you're not smart enough. It's normally C. Spirit is trying to tell you something. However, spirit doesn't use the words that we use. It uses energy. So, it's telling you, it's giving you the warning. It's like the red alert going off, like, the fire drill. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. You don't ever even got to see the fire. You don't got to know what the issue is. You just need to know how to run the fire drill. So, you run into problems or confusion, things like that. Your spidey sense go off. Your red alert. It's time to go isolate. Now, in your isolation, the best thing for you to do to get your answers/messages from spirit in the fastest, most productive way, the way most conducive to growth, is either you write it down, because for me, once you write it, it's been written. Once you've wrote something, it becomes a ritual. This is part of the ritual. That's why we mark certain things down in pen, like your signature. You didn't really sign it if it's in pencil. That can be manipulated. But your signature, it's a little harder to forge. I'm not saying it's impossible, but a little harder. So, what we do is, like I said, you take yourself into isolation and you greet yourself with silence. Feel me? You walking around your house, you cleaning up, because that's always therapeutic, and cleanliness is next to godliness. In order to get the proper positive message, you need to be close to God as possible. So, your next step, after you cleaning up and everything, you feel me? You smoking, whatever you doing, or I wouldn't say have a shot in that like that. That's a little different kind of a different God you're getting close to, not the one we're talking about right now. But what you do is, while in silence, you ask yourself, not what do I need to know, or first off, don't ever ask yourself why, because it's going to give you another question. So don't say like, why am I confused? You ask yourself things in silence like, what does God want me to know right now? What am I supposed to be doing? Who have I been hanging around that could possibly be deterring me from my path? Like, who could be moving me away from my purpose? What am I doing too much of? When you ask yourself these questions, you tend to get a simple answer. Most people override the answer or overthink the answer. But Spirit might just simply say, stop drinking. Now, if you like getting drunk, and everywhere you go, the devil's water is there, and everybody keep popping bottles, you not only can't sober up enough to get the message presently for the future, but you also can't think straight enough to presently make good decisions about things from the past. So you get stagnant. Feel me? You're stuck. Can't move forward properly. You ain't really trying to go backwards, but you going backwards because you're not trying to go backwards. Stuff like that. You got to be able to go backwards properly. You have the ability. You just may not be capable. So what now happens is you get stagnant. Now, once you become stagnant, you got one of two choices. One, to remain right there, live in the past, paralyze the present, and bankrupt the future. You feel me? That right there that's your step number one. You live in the past, you paralyze the present, and bankrupt your future. Because you're not even in today, so you can't even judge tomorrow correctly. You're skipping days. It's like trying to jump from Sunday to Friday. You don't know if you fucking died on Wednesday. So how that's gonna work for you? From now, what happens now? Your second option. You can slow it all the way down. Dead slow. Dead slow. This is the best option. Because you really got three options. I'll touch on the third one in a second. But the second option, you go dead slow. Put no pressure on life. Because at the point of you being confused, you not having the consciousness to comprehend the information that you're trying to apprehend, what happens is you confused. So should you move forward in the wrong energy, because energy is what Spirit has been trying to speak to you in, you'll fumble. You're going to fumble the ball. You're going to foil your own plan. Because you're going to go off of your path thinking that your purpose is elsewhere. You feel me? That's just like you could be over here on your path doing your purpose, fulfilling your life's purpose, and get 100 million. But once you get all confused and everything like that, and you start thinking, man, I know I'm good at getting money. I know I got money before. That's from the past. Oh shit, I come from money. That's in the past. Like, you just keep thinking about your past accomplishments. What's gonna happen is you're gonna harness the wrong negative energy, neglecting everything good. Feel me? Neglecting everything good and taking incredibly violent energy, transuding incredibly violent energy. You gotta watch these cars and shit like that. But yeah, you're gonna neglect everything good and transute incredibly violent energy, and you're gonna try to push forward. You're gonna try to force. We don't use force, we use power. So now when you try to force, you put in too much effort. You put in too much effort, too much energy, it's because you're doing it wrong. That's one. It's just like trying to lift a box with your feet and carry it to the car. You know how much effort you can just grab that shit with two hands and just like walk it, like, you feel me? But what's gonna happen is you're gonna try extra hard. And you're gonna force. That's where toxicity comes from. Somebody trying to force you to be somebody they want you to be or get you to do something that they want you to do. Fuck them. We don't do that. You're not gonna force me to do shit when you have the power of asking. You got the power to ask. The power of the tongue. Profess. Use your big boy words, you feel me? So, what now happens is, you try to force. Shit goes completely wrong. Now, you could have got $100 million and stayed free, but you had to take $100,000, get locked up, pay for lawyers, now your ass is home with $20 in your pocket. How I know? I done been through it. So, now, irrespective of that, your third option. You feel me? Your third option. Remember, your first option was, what was the first option? Pardon me. Okay, yeah. The first option was to get mad, negative, and try to force your way through everything. The second option is go dead slow so that you can understand everything before you move forward again. That way you don't gotta fuck up. You don't gotta go backwards to go forward, you feel me? Now, third option is, like I said, we don't use force, we use power. You use the power of attraction as you move forward. This is where growth come in, things like that. So, alright, gotta go see my pops. But yeah, so like I said, what happens now is you use the power of attraction, and instead of you just cutting niggas off, or instead of you just hanging by yourself, what you now doing is, I'ma still interact over here, but since I can't figure out where my life is going a little crazy at the time you can't figure out where your life is going crazy at, start going for new experiences. Start trying to meet new people, because that could be the gist of the message. Spirit could be saying, hey, you've been having a little too much fun. I need you to get back out there. But God likes to send people. God likes to come through people. The same way the devil will. That's why he like to mock God. He's just trying to play the same game. It's like I'm a grown man at work. Feel me? Really doing what I do. But my fake ass son over here, Bob the Builder, he think he doing something too. But he want to be like daddy when he grow up. That's all that is. You feel me? So now, what happens is, like I said, you use the power of attraction, where you halt. You're still moving forward. You meeting people, going places. You might even treat yourself by yourself to new things because you're using your golden key. And this is where you start to open new doors. That's why I say when God closes one door, he open up 3. So things that you thought weren't for you or weren't meant for you, you'll find that the grass can be green on the other side. It just might not be in the same neighborhood. You feel me? Grass gonna be green on the other side. It's just not gonna be in the same fucking neighborhood. You see the water on the beaches in Jamaica and shit like that? That shit don't look like New York water. That shit don't look like Florida water. But better is subjective. So I can have a bitch with no car, no crib, no kids, no nothing, and feel like, you still better than the bitch with the mansion over here that's in the third. She just be getting on my motherfucking nerves. She could be not loving and nurturing. Things happen that way. Our problem most of the time is we like to judge things, and shit ain't what you want it to be. You feel me? You either live by the truth or die by it. That's an either or. The truth ain't like the gun. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. If you live by the truth, you're not gonna die by it. You feel me? If you live by the truth, you'll die for it, but you're not gonna die by it. The hand of the truth ain't gonna be the one that pull the trigger. That's not gonna happen. Because one thing about it, we all dying, you heard? See y'all later, man. Hold it down. Over and out.